what's up everybody? Welcome to my off-grid land. This was filmed back in November of 2020. I was getting ready to live in this barn and I realized it was getting too cold at night, so I wanted to build an insulated room so that the fireplace would keep it warm. Thankfully, my friend that has a much larger van than me helped me pick up the material. She's currently converting her van to start van life. So I started off with some 1/2-inch foam board insulation. I tried liquid nail first, but soon realized after the first board it didn't work, so I switched to a different adhesive. I bought the cheapest panel boards I could find, about $11 each. Has a fake wood look to it. This is going to go on top of the 1/2-inch foam board, and this is going to be the sidewalls that go up against the studs and almost touches the metal, but there is an air gap. So I walked across it on my socks to kind of squish it down and then put some weight on it with some 2x4s and other things. Here's some of the panels already up, and here's the rest setting overnight. So I had to wait for more of the boards to dry overnight, so I lit up the fire, got it nice and warm in there, and went to sleep. So now I'm on to the 1.5-inch thicker foam boards, and this was the same process of putting an adhesive on them, then putting the wall panels down, and then putting something heavy on them, waiting for them to dry. But there was a lot more panels, there was 6 of them. And I had to put the adhesive on both sides. I wanted the interior and the exterior to have wall panels just to make it look better. And it wasn't too expensive since the panels were only $11 each. So here I'm stacking them and then placing a couple things that are heavy and letting them dry overnight again. So some of the boards I did have to trim down with a circular saw to make them fit on the side walls. And here I'm putting up one of the last boards. I just fit it in place and then nail it in with finishing nails into the studs. I'm glad that it doesn't sit directly against the metal, so then condensation won't build up on the insulation. So this piece of 1/2-inch foam board is sitting on top of the studs, just so I could get an idea of how many I would need. I had to add more studs. As you see, there's a brand new one running along that back wall at the top, and then I'm putting some more in between just for more studs to nail and screw into the foam board. So this 1/2-inch foam board isn't much insulation, but if I ever needed to, I could add more on top of it easily. But it gets so warm in there, and as long as there's no air gaps in the ceiling, the insulation actually does a great job of keeping the heat in. So here I'm putting up the first piece of the ceiling insulation, and it was kind of difficult. Had to use my head to brace it. And I started out with a hammer and roofing nails because they have a thicker head to hold the insulation and not go through it. But after this piece, I quickly switched to a drill and screws. It was just much easier. And you can see here I had to add a lot more 2x4s going down just for more beams to screw in. And here I'm fitting the last piece that I had to cut out to go around the insulated pipe for the stove. So I know this video was quick and short and didn't show everything that went into this, but I wasn't really feeling too well at the time. I've gone through a lot of illness in the past 2 years, and I was still kind of recovering at this time. So I just filmed a little bit as I could. As I make more videos, I'm going to be filming more and more detail. You should check out the treehouse on the property that I just insulated and used pallet wood inside. I did a way more extensive build in that video, and it's linked in the description below. So the insulated room with removable walls, it's pretty much done. Like nights here have been like 40 to 50 degrees. There was like one night 30 degrees. At 45 degrees, I can keep this place 70 to 75 running that stove. When it got down to 30, didn't do so good. You might have saw like there's some cracks and stuff, and that's because I'm gonna build a bathroom. So I didn't, right there, I just have like a piece of insulation that I put there at night, and I didn't fill that in because I'm going to build a bathroom right there. So I'm going to make a video in the next couple days, maybe next week, doing a bathroom in that section. And then all the walls, they seal really well. Right now, I've been, you know, it's really warm out. It's like 80. I just don't have it like all, you know, positioned exactly right. But I wanted to make it removable so that during the summer, I could just remove all the walls whenever I wanted. Didn't really want a permanent drywalled structure. And I actually, I priced it out, and this was cheaper than doing drywall with regular insulation. The 1/2-inch polyboard that is on these walls isn't touching the metal, and I wanted that because then condensation, if I use like fiberglass insulation right up against it, condensation would get that all wet. So that works out. It's probably not enough insulation. The roof, the ceiling being polyboard, also probably not enough insulation, but the side walls, definitely good. It stays really warm in here, but once it gets down into like the teens, I might have to do something. I might have to put some 2x4s up on the outside, make them easy to remove. I do want to be able to take this whole thing down whenever I choose to. The bathroom is going to be stationary, not going to be like really removable. It's definitely not going to be permanent. I could take it all down, but it'll be more permanent than, you know, these removable walls. And I just like being able to, you know, have this view. I can remove that wall. You see there's a crack at the bottom. That's normally not there. All the walls line up really well. I've just been moving them around and having that whole side open. I was about to start working on the bathroom, but yeah, that's it. If I ever want to take this apart, use the walls for something else, I just kind of want to try it out instead of doing a drywall and framing it all in. Wanted to just make these removable panels, see how well it worked. You know, just kind of an experiment, trying something different. And so far it works. I think once it gets down, you know, between 0 and 20 degrees, might have a little bit of problem keeping this warm. Might add like a kerosene heater, or there's a propane heater that's here up in the treehouse. Might try that out too. But it's all just, you know, giving different things a try. And so far, this is working out well. Once it gets down to the teens, we'll see. Might have to make some adjustments. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll have the bathroom video up. You can see what I'm doing with that. And thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Just wanted to explain really quick that the room I built with the removable walls only stayed there from like end of October to first couple weeks of December. And then it did get too cold, but it will be a nice room to like put AC in the summer. For right now, it's so cold, like it's 20 degrees right now, staying in that treehouse. I just posted a video recently of showing how I insulated it and used pallet wood and put a wood stove up there. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also have a Patreon account down in the description below if you feel like supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.